Alright, hello, we're going to be starting in a few moments. Just getting everything in order as usual, so stick around. Listen to this tune, and I'll be right back.
遥けき彼方未来さじんまう荒野新しく生まれくる力を失った人々希望を奪われ絶望のよどみに沈む世界
Good evening! Welcome! Alright, it looks like we are ready to go from the looks of it. Everything is booted up. Yeah, okay, cool. Are we, wait, hold on, are we functional? Is that functional? Yeah, it is. Okay, great. Where the hell did I leave off? Load game. On. You. I believe they were bringing back the old man, if I'm not mistaken. Oh wait, hold on. History. Can't believe we come back round to that pair again. Okay, yeah. We brought them back because they were doing a thing. Oh, the coin! Right, we found a coin under a stake. But hello, welcome. Let's see. Don't you realise that it's dinner time for little baby Hido? When my son's belly is empty, he's fiercer than a pack of wolves. Exploited by the police we were, like miserable dogs forced to bear false witness. Are you about to commit seppuku? And when cast from this courtroom myself, I became a ruined man in a trice, a worthless withered antique. Nothing more have I to say. The sun has set on this Rasute shop owner's existence. Be that as it may, Korikuta-san, something has come to light that requires your clarification. As far as your Rasute memory serves, have you ever seen... Oh, okay. Yes, that's it. That's the one. That's the very one. The very exact one. Okay, so that is his coin. The resplendent, splendiferous Hoey treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day. It can't be. As I thought. Young man, enlighten this decrepit old fool. Put me out of my misery. Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped? Oh, I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere. We found your coin sandwiched between a beef steak and its plate, soaking in the seasoned meat juices. Sandwiched? Soaking? Seriously? Clearly, it couldn't have fallen there by accident, which means somebody must have hidden it there on purpose. Somebody concealed my Hoey treasure between a slab of meat and a metal plate. Who would do such a thing? Such an unconscionable thing? Probably a thief? Like the woman? Obviously. Excuse me, can I say something? Yes, of course. Proceed, Inspector Hosonaga. I mentioned this earlier on in the trial, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case. Oh yes, that's right. The secret undercover operation. The Carnival is a high-class Western cuisine restaurant. It attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau. Wicked crimes indeed. We wanted to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected. So that's why you were sent in undercover, is it? Yes. I took on the job of waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. It seems likely that this Koban incident is the work of the same thief. So unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief at work in the restaurant on a regular basis. The place was already the scene of several crimes, it seems. I don't know about the master thief part, but the identity of the person who stole and hid Korikuta-san's Koban is all too clear. How can you not? Why is everybody here so dense? I think the court would like to hear the defense's view on this matter. Tell us, who is the despicable scoundrel that stole Korikuta... Wow, I can't even English his name. Korikuta-san's Koban and hid it under the stake. Obviously, the person with the fucking mask. Oh, you have to hit a button. Yes, seems like a likely candidate for a Koban thief. No, come on, Ryunosuke. Huh? You shocked me, Kazuma. Not as much as you shocked me. No one could have approached the table unnoticed. Even if you're a crazy fool, you couldn't have missed that. I'm not sure you should be calling Kodakuta-san a crazy fool, Kazuma. It's you I was calling the crazy fool. But maybe I'm on the wrong track here. Wait, what? Wait, what? But I didn't even say it out loud, did I? That'll do, I'm not... Oh shit. Are you kidding me? No. You can't do a final verdict on that. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. What kind of court system is this? Come on, let me get to my choice. I'm gonna save here so I don't have to go back through all that stuff. Okay. So the old man was trying to pilfer shit to this man, who's the only other one at the table, but it was under her meal that the coin was found. Yet choosing her is incorrect. So the only other person could it be would be him as well, but he's the investigator on the entire situation. Obviously, it can only be you. Sergeant E.S. Enosa. How dare you, you monster. Monster? I stole that koban, did I? I'm the master thief of La Carnival, am I? You're seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadet? But it wasn't me, it was Ido. Ido is the master... Really? You would push the blame for your crimes onto your own son, an innocent little baby. It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa. Okay. What the hell? Clippity clop. Wait, what the fuck is happening? What the hell? Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant E.S. Enosa preparing to stand down on the Supreme Court, sir. I'm so confused right now. Do any of you know of the extraordinarily low wages the Nippon Imperial Army pays those it expects to keep our country safe? I understand that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflicts remains in place, and I have heard it's harder for lower-ranking soldiers to make a living, yes. All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son. That's why you were stealing things at the restaurant. The place is heaving with money. Every 3 days I'd go there and do reconnaissance for a target. And I'd enjoy chomping my way through a good steak at the same time, but how did your steak appear on the dead man's table? Sounds like he doesn't bother with a knife and fork even, which is worryingly believable. And your target that day was the old man in his koban? Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all. A veritable phantom thief you are. I was all set to leave the steak I was halfway through devouring when it happened. Yes, when the professor was shot. I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. I do too. So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could on the double. I slipped it underneath the steak, hoping that I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date. This is ridiculous. Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time. Well, Miss Brett? Oh, of course, dear lady, of course. How rude of us. I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all. May the esteemed gentlewoman please be excused, Your Excellency. Indeed. The theft of the koban was clearly perpetrated by this baby-saddled sergeant. It would certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder. Of course it is. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. Nonsense, is it? Oh, well, oof. And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness. Very well. Now that all questions concerning this witness's testimony have been answered, I see no further justification for detaining her. Miss Brett, you are free to leave. Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone. He's a right cunt, though. And good day. Piss off. Yeah, keep it here. Renosuke, what's the matter with you? This is no time for daydreaming. Hey, yo. Oh, no, it's just... something about Miss Brett's parting words there got me thinking. I can't quite work out what exactly, but something she said jarred with me. I feel like there was a contradiction in there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up. If that's the case, don't just stand there thinking, make your voice heard. Sorry? You can think later, but if you don't call out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over. Wait, what was the contradiction? Wait, Miss Brett. What is it now? I'm afraid, just one last time, there's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago. What are you talking about? What contradiction? Yeah, what contradiction? What new student nonsense is this? Well, what parting words are you talking about, Renosuke? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat, the sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. What, that part? And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense, pure madness. Yes, I'm right. What she said there exposed an undeniable contradiction. Wait, what? Hold on. No. Hold on. What, you have a knife and fork? That is your table. I'm confused. If Miss Brett's words truly are contradictory, where is the evidence to prove it? Well, I'm saving in case I screw this up. Are we fucking kidding here? Piss off. Bots. Ridiculous. Okay. I saved you, didn't I? Maybe not. Save. Yes. What did she say that was contradictory? Hiding a coin under a lump of meat. The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. I mean, the picture clearly shows bite marks on the steak, but what does that make? That has nothing to do with... I'm confused. Is there more? I don't care about the damn steak. I just want to look at the steak. And that's it. There's nothing else. What kind of logical leap am I supposed to take from here? No, that's wrong. I think. I'd assume you're wrong. The plate of steak that you could see on the victim's table. The steak that Miss Brett had been eating before the professor was killed, yes? Go on. More accurately, Your Excellency. The steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed. Now you're just splitting hairs. Not true. Doesn't something about this steak strike you as very unnatural? Unnatural? What on earth do you mean? It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten. Okay, so I was right, that is the thing. I see you've noticed it too, Miss Brett. Noticed what exactly, Counsel? Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman could even contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork. Of course she did, she's a refined English gentlewoman herself. Then take a good look at the steak, in particular the edge where it's been eaten. As you can see, there are clearly defined barbaric teeth marks there. It looks like Miss Brett has realised something. So, if the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and fork, there shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all. But what is your actual point? Perhaps the delightful Miss Brett was ravenously hungry. Oh, whatever you say, dear lady, you fucking cock. As I said, I really must be leaving now. Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer. Of course, this will all be over in the blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to put this rookie in his place. Just leave everything to you, okay? I've heard enough. You irritating little spectacled samurai relic. Of course, dear lady. What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have we ruffled your feathers? Clearly, the witness knows what this means. She's realised the catastrophic implications these teeth marks in the steak have for her. Rinosuke, do you know where you're going with no? Yes, now at last it's all come together. Are you sure? The mysterious teeth marks in the steak that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. The reason why the blood stain I know I saw somehow seems to have disappeared. And most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day. What the... I accept that these teeth marks in the stake are a little unnatural, as you put it, Counsel. But what exactly are you suggesting that tells us? Everything, Your Excellency. Everything? Yes, I believe that these barbaric teeth marks in the stake here amount to conclusive evidence in this case. Are you sure? Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson. Conclusive evidence? How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of the phrase. Typical Japanese empty threats. How can you be so sure? Oh, it's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago. Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet. Hasn't been what? Okay, yeah, what? But just because it hasn't been shown yet, doesn't mean that the evidence does not exist. This is absurd. The trial has run several hours already, and you say there's evidence yet to be brought forward? There can't be. I don't believe you have it. Is it the glass in her handbag? I don't, but there is someone who does have it. Someone in this very courtroom. And if that person is willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to, it will solve every remaining mystery about this case. Very well, I have a feeling this will be my last request of the defense in this trial. Who possesses the conclusive evidence? I'm pretty sure it's him, because he picks up everything. But maybe it's the dead body. I doubt it. Options. I'm gonna save. The music is still going. The answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hosonaga. What? I have it? Yes. You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? That's ridiculous. Maybe I was right. I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on this stake with the teeth marks. Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosgoth told the court the following. I'd enjoyed chomping my way through a good steak. And as well as admitting to stealing Korakuto-san's coin, he told us that he slipped it under the stake. You watch it, Cadet. I'm a superior officer. Sergeant Nosgoth, could you please confirm something for me? Was the stake that you put coin under, in fact, your own stake? Affirmative, of course. I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still. I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentlelady if she'd mind me manhandling her meal to hide something in it. In other words, the stake that the detective submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Nosgoth's meal. But that makes no sense. That plate was taken from the victim's table. Yet the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of her steak, nor does she have any opportunity to steal the coin. Of course I didn't steal it. To even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire. Well then, how do you explain this paradox? Exactly. Surely you're not going to suggest that the sergeant switched the two stakes over. You did switch the plates? Well, after it happened, when I saw the civilian had been murdered right in front of my eyes like that, I panicked. As I said, I immediately lifted my stake and hid the coin underneath it. But then, when the waiter announced he was an undercover policeman, I thought I'd had it. If he decided to investigate my slab of meat, that'd be it. I'd be getting my marching orders. So when the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance. With military precision and timing, I switched my steak with the one on the foreign lady's table. You can't have. I never saw you do such a thing. It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. Come on. There was no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you. So yes, I did what had to be done. Believable. I mean, it makes sense. However, fear not, Prosecutor-san. What now? I swear on the brass buttons of my uniform, that is all I did, sir. All you did, that's plenty, Sergeant. So, if Sergeant knows to switch the plate over, it means he took Miss Brett's steak and the plate it was on back to his own table. Yes, that follows. Inspector Hosonaga. Your tuberculosis, my guy. Seriously, go to a doctor. Earlier in this trial, you told the court this. You said that you had not likely taken Miss Brett's steak after the incident, but also the sergeant's. That to preserve evidence you had taken both. That's correct. Then please present it to the court now. The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot. What can that possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat. It can't have the slightest bearing on this case. No, you're not wriggling your way out of it this time, lady. I beg your pardon. Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why this steak pan promises to prove such a problem for you, no? You're the ones who decided it was a problem, not me. The reason the defense asked to see the plate was to confirm something the defendant remembers seeing. Thinks he remembers. I'm quite sure of what I saw, Miss Brett. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind Dr. Wilson, there was a clear spattering of blood from the gunshot wound to the victim's chest. I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Brett. Let us not prolong this any further. Inspector, you will show the evidence to the court. Present the beefsteak and plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident. Oh, with this one flapping its wings and whatnot. Sorry for keeping you. Here's the other steak in its plate. Please, feel free to examine it. The blood stain. It's clearly visible. Look. Now this makes everything clear. The blood you can see on the side of the plate shows at the moment the victim was shot. He was facing the table with his back to me. In other words, it's impossible for Norihodo-san to have shot the victim. It can't be. In fact, there's only one person who could possibly have shot Dr. Wilson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is. I mean, with how stupid everyone here is, I'm pretty sure nobody knows, except for the killer. That's right, Miss Giselle Brett. It's you. Outdone by a Japanese. Me? By a Japanese schoolboy? No, no, no! What the fuck? Did she just strap a live goose to her damn thing? This is goofy as hell. Hey yo, what the hell is happening here? Oh my god, just snap the little necks, please. That's all you gotta do, just snap. Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my briefly? That was brief. Yeah, okay. Most unbecoming behaviour for an English gentlewoman. Forgive me. Well, Miss Brett? I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth, this time. Gladly, Your Excellency. It was I who took the Professor's life using curare. As you surmise, I chose that particular day for one very important reason. The Professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning. So you planned to kill the Professor knowing that no trace of poison would be found in his water. Because curare is unheard of here in Japan. Yes. Of course, I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I only needed to see the Professor take one tiny sip of his water and it would all be over. I would place the steak I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he had been dining alone. And leave immediately, however. Before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the Professor's table. That would be me, I suppose. Yes, you. Who else? Such a trifling matter, but the fact that you decided to come over to greet the Professor meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the Professor took a sip of his water and was paralysed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point, so I concocted a plan on the spur of the moment. A plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man. I happen to know that the Professor always carried a gun. I decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of curare in my handbag, and my own pistol concealed under my skirt. Under your skirt? Yeah. Prison pocket, like I've been saying since the beginning of all this. So I was right, there were two guns. Yes. And then I finished my coffee and got up to leave. That's when I noticed the Professor's gun, which you had presumably placed on the floor. Placed where you were sure that I would notice it. And everything went according to plan. You noticed the gun, as I'd intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up, that's when you shot the Professor with your own gun. Even though at that point, he was already dead. Naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, at which point the waiter appeared. Obviously, I assumed Naruhodo-san was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside. That's when I took the opportunity to turn the Professor in his chair around. Because, of course, you needed to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he'd picked up the gun. So there you have it. That is the entirety of my misdemeanor. That's not a misdemeanor, that. That's not a misdemeanor. Your Excellency. Yes? I wonder. Might I speak with you in private later? I shall call on you. Thank you. Good day then, everyone. Wait, what? I hope you can forgive me. Hold on, what? How does the court system work in this fucking country? It would seem this trial has finally run its course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement. This can't be. Takatsuchi Archie does not lose. Not to the likes of this rookie student. You'd better start getting used to it, tough opposition. Rinosuke Naruhodo. Oh yes? This insult to the Archie family name will never be forgotten. You've become conceited with age, Council, but the old have to stand aside and make way for the new. It's the way of the world. May you never forget that. How are you allowed to bring a weapon to the court? Secondly, how are you able to cut from that far away? He's on the other side of the fucking room. 1,000 millennia may pass, and still the Archie clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan. What is happening here? This trial in the Supreme Court of Japan will, I believe, go down in history as the start of a new chapter in the country's judicial system. Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Rinosuke Naruhodo, presented an excellent case. I thank you, Your Excellency. The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern methodology. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world, but the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice. A new future of law awaits, but what it will look like, I cannot begin to imagine. That is for the young to pursue. Kazuma Isogi. Yes. After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can, absorb everything of the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. What? What are you talking about? What mission? I understand, Your Excellency. What was that about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden? Oh, never mind. As for you, Rinosuke Naruhodo, in you I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential. I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onwards. Wait, what? But what about the... What about the right con? What kind of bullshit trial is this? I need some fucking answers. None of this makes sense. I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened. I made it. I defended myself and made it through that horrendous trial. Ryunosuke, you finally pulled it off. Congratulations. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma. No, it was a pleasure to watch you at work. So you owe me an extra large sukiyaki from the place on Yume University Street, don't forget. Good afternoon. All your hard work has certainly paid off. Congratulations to both of you for proving Naruhodo-san's innocence. I'll trust your judicial assistant. You worked hard for that result too, you know. Oh no, I didn't do anything. Thank you so much. If we hadn't had that research report of Miss Brett's, I don't know how things would have turned out. The kind word should really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate. Your father? Ah, yes, of course. Okay, we don't need a replay of what happened. It wasn't that long ago. Speaking of Mikotoba... Ah, there you are. I believe congratulations are in order. Naruhodo, you did an excellent job. Thank you, Professor. Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you. After all, your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend. Oh yes, you mentioned that before. It was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to Yume University, wasn't it? Yes, that's right. Professor Mikotoba studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably, that's when you met Dr. Wilson. Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital. Oh, you worked together? I've never heard you mention that before. Well, it was a long time now. Besides, it's your turn, Asoki. Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world in science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, in law. Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot. I will. I'll learn all that I can. I swear on this, the spirit of the Asogi clan. You're not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you? Of course I am. A Japanese man's katana is his soul. This blade shows me where I need to go. That's concerning. And cuts down anything that's in my way. Yes, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already with my own eyes. That reminds me. What's happened to that woman? To Giselle Brett, I mean. After all, she's guilty of murder. Ah yes, her. It's not easy to tell you this, but not a fucking thing. Surely she's going to face trial herself now. She's the true culprit, after all. She will be leaving Japan in the very near future. For Shanghai. What? Shanghai? Why? Why not? It's a matter of consular jurisdiction. Of course it is. It's always about jurisdiction. Inspector Hosonaga. It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. But what's this all about consular jurisdiction? Can't even comment. We cannot try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan. Yeah, why? But then who? Who's going to bring her to justice? A British consular court will hear her case, somewhere far away, where our voices can't be heard. But why a consular court? Professor, I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past now that we've signed the friendship treaty. Why is it called the friendship treaty? That's That's not what you name treaties. Yes, in normal circumstances, you're right. Then so long as it's not a serious incident of a highly political nature to our respective governments, they can't invoke a consular court just like that. Oh, can't they? Yes, she's a student, but it doesn't justify our government's making secret agreements about her fate, does it? Something strange is going on. So Miss Brooke can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan. I'm afraid that for the young student. Today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of comeuppance for her. I don't believe it. The British government's Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Brett. They're obviously taking this case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously. I don't know about that. But it's all going to change from now on. We can make it change. This is a time of great turmoil. This new era heralded by the start of the 20th century. One day, I have no doubt, that woman will receive the judgment she deserves. Yes, change is coming, and we're the ones driving it. Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. This evening calls for a celebratory drink. But Professor... You're right. This is no time for gloomy faces. We should be celebrating Ryunosuke's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun. In that case, might I suggest La Carnival? As the head waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink. You're a detective, Hosonaga-san, aren't you? With tuberculosis, I'd rather not eat anything that you're handling. Let's not worry about details for now. He'll be dead within the week. To La Carnival, will you accompany us, Professor? Wow, I can't even still common. Of course, La Carnival's food is second to none. No. I shall go and attend to the paperwork for Naruhodo-san's release. Oh yes, thank you. Everybody's gonna die within a week from tuberculosis. I suppose that means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson. Kazuma. Yes, Ryunosuke? I just wanted to say thanks again, that's all. You really saved my skin today. I didn't do a thing. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? That defense was all your own work. Your skills made the difference, though. One day I bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world. I'm not so sure about that. To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during the trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer, not me. Well, come on, be serious. If I helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. But you have a natural talent for it. For being a defense lawyer, I mean. Oh no, not me. All that tense verbal combat. I never want to go through that ever again. I did what you told me to do, that's all. Because I knew I could trust you. That's the point. Sorry, what do you mean that's the point? Listen, Ryunosuke. Do you know what the most crucial weapon is that any lawyer needs in order to win? Knowledge of the law. I mean, yeah. The ability? No. No, that's not. No, you can't give that as an answer. That's a bullshit answer. You're trying to give him hope. He was dense as hell. You're the only one that was smart in there. Up near the end. To believe? To believe what? A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times. Like you believed in me when I said I didn't do it. I'm human just like you. I don't have superhuman ability to know the truth. But you have to make a choice about what to believe in and to stick it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom, you can really be backed into a corner. But being able to remain faithful to what you choose to believe in, even then, well, that's not something that anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person. Believing in your clients. Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stop believing in me. Well, you face seemingly hopeless situations time and time again, but you never stop looking for the truth. And in the end, you found it. Through your own efforts, and because you never stopped believing in me. Thanks, Kazuma. There's something I want to ask you, actually. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me. It sounds serious. What is... Ah, you're still here, are you? Oh, Inspector Hosanaga. I've arranged some rickshaws first. Let's go. Thank you. We'll be right there. Let's pick up this conversation again later. We should be celebrating right now. Your first court victory. And your study tour to Great Britain, don't forget. Oh yes, that too. So my very first trial came to an end. Kazuma. Professor Mikotoba. Susato-san, who acted as my assistant. And this fucking guy, who didn't really play much of a part, but still... That's fitting. It was because of the help and support of all these people that I managed to get through that trial. But more importantly, Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life. Does he want to kiss? I hope. The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band. Okay. But... Wait. I can skip ahead. What? Wait, the Hound of the Baskervilles? I've read that. Wait a minute, hold on. I need to look up something real quick. It's not what I'm trying to find. Yeah, these are all named after Sherlock Holmes novels. What the fuck is happening? Okay.
狭い部屋の片隅、深い闇の中でホームズと私は息を潜めて待っていた。やがて通気口からシューシューと低くうなるような音が聞こえてきた。
If Sherlock's partner was dead in the first
その
one,
瞬間、突然
who's
ホームズが
writing
飛び出
this?
して闇の一点をステッキで鋭く打ち据えた。見たかワトソン。ホームズの張り詰めた声が空気を震わす。私がランプの遮光板を上げると、 部屋の情景がぼんやり浮かび上がった。ホームズは部屋の隅を睨みつけて私に向かってつぶやくように言った。被害者が死の間際に言い残したまだらの紐という謎の言葉、その恐ろしい正体こそがこいつだったのだよ、ワトソン。そこには巨大な毒蛇が牙をむき、威嚇するようにとぐろを巻いていた。それは世にも恐ろしいまだらの紐だった。
Yeah, if Wilson's dead, who the fuck wrote that? Unless it's a different character.
それでは謎解きを始めるとしようか。この奇怪なる殺人事件、その真相をね。失礼。犯行時、扉は内側から缶抜きがかかっていた。缶抜きに細工された痕跡はない。犯行の際、この現場は完全な密室状態だったわけだ。被害者は死の間際にメッセージを残したようだ。ここに落ちているインクを使って書いたと考えられる。ロシア語。どうやら被害者はロシア人ということか。文字に全く乱れは感じられない。被害者は相当意志が強かったのだろう。見たことのない妙な文字だな。筆跡はこのメッセージとは明らかに違う。いや、これはむしろ人種が違うと断言してもいいかもしれない。
Yo.
蓋を張ったのは犯行時間の直前。
Oh.
被害者自身だったようだな。ほう。これは。
一体貴様は何なんだ。好き勝手しやがって。
そうです。海洋警察が到着するまで現場に手を触れず待つべきだ。
その必要はない。どうやら今から5秒以内に諸君を犯人に紹介できそうだ。
バカを言うな。殺人現場だぞ。しかも奇怪な密
My
室
man is
殺人だ。
sunburned.
それでは密室の謎、その封印を解くとしましょうか。
まさかその中に犯人が。
一体君は何者なのだ。僕は大英帝国が誇る世界の名探偵なのです。シャーロック・ホームズ。もしかして知らないとか。
Wait, is it me again? Oh, my head. Oh, fuck me. How do you keep getting yourself in these damn situations? What's going on? Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Wait, I can't move. Oh, what the? Why am I in handcuffs? So you wake up now, hmm? We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. I do not believe how you could not wake up. You are true cold-blooded, man. You found me then. Ah, we found you. And now you pay, criminal. Are you Russian? How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe, hmm? Oh, sorry. Now, you have been found. It is time to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is, hmm? No, I'll tell you everything. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. Isn't that... Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? Miss Susato? Wait, what did you just say? Take his life? Where is he? Where's Kazuma? cute guy? No! Not the cute guy! Oh, come on. You pretend... Oh, fuck me. I'm sad now. You are a wolf for this shit. Fuck you. You are the killer. Do not try to make excuses. Kazuma-sama's body was discovered not long ago. Fuck. That's not cool. That's not cool. You can't do this. You can't do this. Please, do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Kazuma's dead, but he can't be. And these handcuffs. Surely you don't think I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please. No. No! I'm not gonna scream that. It was just 2 short weeks ago. Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble? Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study? It was really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way that Russian crewman just tossed your travelling case onto the floor. I thought I was going to die. Yes, I still can't believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. You must be even less of a man than you look. Really? Hey! Honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. But if you confine yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you. Ugh, I hope not. I get the feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway. They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady? From our faithful judicial assistant Vtuber, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point. Surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd give me away. No, but if she knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. It's best that only you and I know about this. I suppose so. Anyway, it's about time that the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin. I know it's cramped, but you'd better get in there, I think. It won't be for long. And anyway, compared to hiding inside my travelling case, it'll be a breeze. Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it. Stop worrying. I'll tell you what. Why don't you write "keep out" or something on this piece of paper? What? Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. Wow, still can't English. I don't know. We've only been at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England together. We leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make any more trouble for yourself. Murderer. No, I'm not a murderer. Ah, you said before. You said you admitted You said you admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on this ship, but murdering my best friend? No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Sasato-san. Please, tell me what happened. I need to know. Very well. But there's something I would like to ask of you too. Ugh, those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is try to find out what really happened. Man, this fucking blows. He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream. And these handcuffs, they think I did it. They think I'm Kazuma's killer. When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. What do you mean? There's no access to the cabin via a porthole window, and they're bolt on the door that can't be operated from outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls. What? Or to put it another way, the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin. Or do you have some other explanation? This is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly? Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances? Please, Susato-san, you have to tell me. The cause of death is still undetermined. They don't know how he died. The ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course he has no post-mortem analysis experience. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port of call. So presumably that means there were no obvious external signs of injury then. That's true, yes. Can't anyone tell me what actually happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone else. Please, whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all. Well, yes, I was, but... He would always wake before dawn and do his trading first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin as I have every day so far on this voyage. But this morning he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't. Does that mean he was already dead when Susato-san arrived at his cabin door, I wonder? I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. The crewman forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside, there was Kazuma-san collapsed on the floor. And the white tape there now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just very hard to believe. This is all very hard to believe for me too, trust me. Now I've told you everything that I know, so it's my turn to ask you a question. Yes, alright. Oh, my head feels so heavy. It's still throbbing like anything. So you were drugged? Why are you even on board the ship, Naruhodo-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, yes. I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time. I had no idea. But how could you have occupied Kazuma-sama's cabin for so long without him noticing? No. That would have been impossible, obviously. Yes, of course. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. He actually asked you. But why? I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. I don't understand. Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you? It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you then, didn't I? That you ought to become a lawyer for yourself. Well, yes, you did say that. But I didn't think you were serious. You have a talent for it. I can assure you of that. But I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the centre of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. But on a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then what? Nothing. Forget it. Kazuma-sama he was always saying the same thing, that he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you. Yes, maybe. But something's still bothering me a little. The look in his eyes then, it was darker than I've ever seen it before. Susato-san, I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you, my stowing away on the ship, I mean. If I know Kazuma-sama, I expect he was trying to protect me, to avoid me becoming guilty by association. That's exactly right, yes. If you're not the culprit, then tell me, what happened last night here in his cabin? Well, the thing is, I don't really remember. This seems to be quite common. Kazuma brought me something to eat just like he always did. And then I got myself into that wardrobe over there just like I always did. After that, I fell asleep. Well, yes. So deeply that I didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed. Well, yes. I know it sounds unbelievable, really I do, but it's the truth. If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. And for some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Really? Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's... Please forget it. Susato-san, you have to believe me, I didn't do it. I really don't want to doubt you, but the trouble is, there is no one else who could possibly have done this. Well then, how do you put a label on a door and lock yourself inside? Like, come on. Why did this have to happen? I can't take this. Don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. I'm sorry. But Kazuma was killed right under my nose here. And I didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around, my hands tied, while whoever did this walks free? No, I can't allow that to happen. Well, what do you propose to do then? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life and how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me. Oh. Of course. What the? That was a Susato takedown. A Susato what? What martial art form is that? I'm going to need you to prove it. Sorry? Prove it? Yes, your innocence. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to? Have you forgotten already what you achieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in a court of law. I see. She's expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. I have to get Susato-san to believe me. I'll show her some evidence right now that proves I'm not the criminal one. The only thing we have is the thing that's fucking obvious. Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Oh, yes it was. I remember clearly. I thought so. Cosmo always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there. Just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. Yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign from the wardrobe doors before he opened them. But if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own. Yes, that's quite true. In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma. Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you. Well, because I have common fucking sense? Now, do you think perhaps you could help me out? You fucking bitch. I swear to God, everybody in this realm. Stupid. Well, in the light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here at least. Thank you. So you finally believe me. I'm sorry. No. Yeah, what? I'm not sure. I hate these people. I want to kill them all. I can't rule out the possibility that you use some sort of conjuring trick to put this on. I don't know how I should take that. I don't know how I should take that. Why does she think I am a magician? For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same. Alright, let's get to work, Susato-san. Please, don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. You're a fucking idiot. I shall be watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example. What the fuck are you talking about? Listen to yourself. Well, anyway, I should make a start on investigating in here. Examine everything I can. Kazuma, I swear. I will avenge your death. I hate literally everybody in this realm. I hate them all. Seigi, the Japanese word for justice. The brush strokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. Yes, his calligraphy always was a reflection on his heart. Yet can you really look at those characters without feeling shame knowing who drew them so thoughtfully? I want to kill you. I don't care about going to prison. I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? Even though you stowed away on this shit. Shut the fuck up, you dumb bitch. Now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't win. Oh dear, that won't do. Oh? What's the matter, Susato-san? Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused, I forget to look around properly. Ah, yes, that's not good. I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruhodo-san? I'm sure you're careful to look around using... Okay, you don't have to explain how to turn my head side to side. It's ridiculous. Can't find anything out of place. That's not what I was trying to click on. I'm doing single clicks. What is happening? You don't think that's out of There's nothing on this table at all. The plate and cutlery are all over the floor for some reason. Yes, it's strange. Last night when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still. No, wait a minute. What is it? That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. So then perhaps you are responsible for what happened to Kazuma-sama. No, you fucking daft wench. That's my dinner from last night. A roast chicken. It was really tasty. Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But did you eat it on the floor here? Okay. I've about had it with these dumbasses. I'm not a dog, Susato-san. I ate at the table, of course. I swear to all the unholy beings. Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor. But Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he? No, that was right. So he didn't touch it. Which meant all the more for me. Oh no, does that mean poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on this earth with an empty belly? It's just too horrible. I mean, if you really want to know what happens when you die, you just shit yourself. That's all it is. Would you rather him have a full belly and shit himself? I fucking hate these people. That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is his soul. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this ship. I suppose this just shows how important it was to him. Now he's gone. I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet. Perhaps I should see what this Russian crewman makes of the scene. No, I'd rather not. Excuse me. What? I was wondering how it's going. The investigation, I mean. Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes. But it's not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking investigator for information about his crime. Very funny. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be a joke. He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty. He might have useful information though, I have to keep trying. So, last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? Yet, of course not. Now back to the corner of the room and make silent. I say no more to you. Did I hit a nerve? Just for a minute there, he seemed a little flustered. What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. It looks like a fucking bell. Whatever the thing was, it appears to have broken clean in two. The glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little Netsuke fastener from a kimono outfit. I'm not sure that sounds like Kazuma. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him, would he? And the mark beside it. What is it, I wonder? It has a sort of brick-like hue. Yes, you're right. It is the colour of brick in it. Even though I don't see anything of the same colour anywhere else in the cabin. Did Kazuma write that before he died? It looks like it's written in ink. He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. Then I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. Poor Kazuma-sama. No doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine. I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of a clue in his final moments, was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. I don't think that's Japanese, Naruhodo-san. What? Then what? Do you really not understand that the people on this ship are mostly Russian? It pains me to admit it, but I don't know. Really? It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder? Okay, so maybe you just don't or never seen Russian before. I'll give you the benefit of a doubt this time. These are the rules of passage for travel aboard SS Buria. Something like that. It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. That's a travesty. What? Why are you staring at me? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? I hate you. I can't decide. Fuck you. But one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. The books have fallen over on the shelf. Look. They've all toppled the same way. And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea. Although he's fallen over as well. Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked and everything mown down at once. I wonder if... Perhaps it was Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training, do you think? I seriously doubt it. Then perhaps... It was you, not... I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books and a statue. Could the way these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case, I wonder? Well, I'll just see everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess. Tampering with evidence? This is... Yes, it's a bell cord contraption, I think. What do you mean, contraption? I read about it in a book I was studying that talks about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants. Really? That sounds almost magical. Shall we give it a little try? Yes. In the interests of cultural research, obviously. I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people. No, I'm sure it's just that everyone is busy, that's all. And everybody's racist. Oh man, there sure is no way in or out. Who could have possibly done this? I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. Yes, it would appear to, you're right. But if its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it should be connected to the outside. And explain why you were drugged. That's true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in wind... Wait, what? Sorry, English. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough, or something like that. I suppose. Maybe that's it. It's some 2 weeks since we set sail from Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruhodo-san? I think living isn't quite the right description. Oh, no, I suppose not. Although it must have been rather exciting making this voyage in your own secret hideout. The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. And last night was no exception. But because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin. No, sadly not. This is where D. Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing. London Diary. Poor Kazuma, he didn't even make it to his destination. It looks as though the last entry is incomplete. Which means... what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened. Let's see what it says. That's out of the question. What? Kazuma-sama may have departed this world, but you must not read his private... I actually want to snap her fucking neck. I want to remove her head from her body. But what if it's something important, something relevant to the case? Alright. I won't read it. Poor Kazuma-sama. I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't the need for more clues important? Hey yo, where the fuck did you come from? Who's that? He wasn't there a minute ago. As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European. Oh, how did he... You've noticed the man too, have you? I've no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious. And tall. Suspiciously tall. Naruhodo-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? Oh, well, no. I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. That's something very unusual about him. And is he investigating Kazuma's desk, or is he just playing on it? I can't tell. Well, in that case, we simply must talk with him. Am I just imagining it, or does Susato-san look almost uncontrollably excited? By the way, I expect that you noticed already, but just in case, if you... Oh, for fuck's sake. Yes, I know. I think before I speak with him, we're gonna stop here. Yeah, we're gonna stop here. It's 11 minutes past. And I'm gonna also go ahead and spin the wheel and see what game we do tomorrow. If I can figure out where that is. Oh, I don't think it's here. Okay, let me add it real quick. Browser. Add existing spin wheel. Okay, if this works, we should see a wheel. Please let it be something that's not as daft as this. Don't be daft. Thief Gold. So for 2 days, tomorrow and the day after, we'll play Thief Gold. And then, I guess, maybe 3 games we'll shuffle through. I think that seems a bit easier to handle. And a lot less monotonous. Okay, so wait, didn't I say? Yeah, I saved already. I do want to quit. So, as it stands, tomorrow, Thief Gold, and then whatever, 2 days from now. But for now, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Love yourself, love each other. And I'll see you tomorrow. Ta.
人々がなくしてしまった色をもう一度奏でるために。幾重無限の腹からがこの星に降り立ち、連なりさまざまな色を紡ぎ、そして私はあなたに出会う。